So I got a question. If you were the only one here on earth and you were required to do something greater beyond yourself, would you still do it? If you were the only one here, would you still do what you are required to do all on your own? Questions that need answers. What's up, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we have another general collective reading. Before we get started, I do want to remind you guys, as always, that energy is fluid. So these readings are timeless. So whenever you tune in, tap into this video, know that it could resonate at any given time. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get into today's message. Okay, so if you read by the title and if you heard what I said at the beginning of the video and you also saw the thumbnail, know that you are chosen, but you are chosen to do this on your own because this is your assignment. This is what God chose you to do. And know that it's so very natural. It is so very natural for you to feel fear, for you to feel lonely, because you are required to do something greater than beyond your greatest thoughts, beyond your greatest future that you can create yourself. This is something that you can't even fathom creating for yourself, because this is God's work. This is God's plan, and you have to follow what God has chosen for you to do. And that is the only purest way that we're able to see whatever we would like to see in our life. Sometimes we think we know what we want, but when we are chosen, or when we get the blessings from God himself, it's like I could never even imagine, thinking of something like this for myself, because you can't. You feel this fear because this is something new to you. You feel that you will be alone on this journey, and know that because you are chosen to do this, you have your spirit guides, you have your ancestors so much closer than they've ever been. Because now this is a journey where you are going to be physically, disconnected from a lot of people that you are connecting with now. They're not going to resonate as much anymore. Their vibe isn't going to match your vibe anymore. They're also not going to be able to see where you're going, because you don't. If you don't, and if you can't explain what you're going through and what you're doing, don't expect other people to, right? This is some sort of spiritual awakening. This is some sort of solitude phase in your life. And I feel like this may be one of the first times in life where you feel like there is something that you have to do within your spirit. It's calling you. And this is exactly where you need to be. This is a perfect time to feel this, sort of transformative feeling within your spirit. And this is also, I do want to add that this is very much feeling like it's part 2 and a continuation from the video I posted earlier today. So this is all about, transforming. This is all about taking a leap of faith and trusting the Most High with the path that they have set out for you to follow. This can cause some sort of, imbalance with, who you are, who you know yourself to be, versus who you are becoming. And when we are changing that, grand, know that it will feel like you don't even know who you are anymore. But you just have to hold on to that knowing of, this is going to lead me into higher heights. This is going to lead me into the places I actually want to be in. And that is a beginning of a spiritual awakening phase in your life, when you are just letting go and you are learning to go with the flow, but with intention, right? And not adding what you want to do, to the mix. Because it seems like this is so much greater than what your flesh or what desire you may have. Sometimes we rely so much on what, just the flesh wants, right? And when we are being called to be a lot more in tune with ourselves spiritually, then it feels so foreign. It feels like, okay, I don't know what to do, so I'd rather not do it. You have to take that leap of faith, because sometimes all that little small voice in our minds is all that we need in order to literally make a 180 within our life. And so this is a very big time for you to, trust in the process and flow, go with the flow, but also do it with intention. Okay? You will be okay. You will be more than okay. You will be great. And understand that a part of your purpose is also going to lead people into their own self, acknowledgement. It's going to be, helpful to see you on your journey, especially the ones close to you, especially, your close friends and relatives. It's going to be so helpful for them to see you on their journey so that they can address their own, problems within, so that they can shed away their insecurities and wonder why, and ask why, and figure out why they have the insecurities that they do. Because one thing about it, when you are going in a different direction that people expected you to, it's going to cause people that, don't even know that they want you to stay stagnant. It's going to cause them to feel some type of way, And when you continue to go along that path, whether they support you or not, whether you even know that you can't take them, like, nah, you know what? It's all love at the end of the day, but I can't take you there. You know what I mean? And it's going to cause that right there is going to cause them to be like, you know what? Maybe it's time for me to do the same. Maybe it's time to reflect on my own life and wonder why I feel the ways that I do about myself, about other people. And, it's just going to be helpful for everybody around you. And, that's what a lot of us have to learn to realize, that, a lot of times when we are separated and get, to a certain point in our life, and we start to see that we don't have the same people around, we have to take that as a blessing. Because sometimes, if we are afraid to grow, we cannot grow with the people around us. And so, if you're not growing with whoever you are around right now, that's a huge sign that it may be time to do some reflecting on the path that you're actually traveling to, and see and make sure that it's somewhere you want to go. Okay? So I hope this helps whoever it needs to help, and I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.